Hello, welcome to the Long Island Weather Update on February 21st. And it's nearing 10 o'clock, and plenty of clouds around today. You can see on the satellite we had a lot of that marine stratocumulus in the sky today. There were a few breaks, especially in the afternoon. It looked like here, just a few breaks in the clouds, which you can see here again. Um, though, again, really just a few breaks is all we had. Not a whole lot of sun today. Uh, so let's look at another satellite loop, and you can see again those clouds kind of hanging tough. There's that ocean storm. And then we have an approaching cold front over here off to the west. That's going to bring us our next chance of rain later tomorrow into Friday. And looking at the radar again, you can see that front right here. There it is right there. So you see that front. Not a whole lot of rain with it right now. But well, the models are showing more rain will develop. There it is over there. You can see the frontal system on the weather map there. So let's look at our weather and hazards map and look at our current temperatures going on across the area. A little bit warmer today, but still feeling cool without the sun. So east winds, southeast winds. Winds are pretty much calm right now. 36 degrees at Islip, and overcast conditions that we have. So let's look at our highs and lows. So first we'll start with the lows. And you see lows. Wow, West Hampton got down to 14 degrees. Pretty chilly overnight. 21 at Islip and low of 24 at Farmingdale. So out in the Pine Barrens, teens, and then low 20s for everybody else. Though the city got down, I guess, 30 degrees there. And 16 in the Pine Barrens west of Toms River. So there was a decent amount of radiational cooling last night. Let's look at our highs. And our highs, 38 degrees at West Hampton, 37 at Islip. So still below normal, still cool. Without the sun, didn't really warm up that much. Around 40 in the city and a little bit warmer in Ocean County where it got up to 43. So let's look at our climate statistics for the day. And Islip, we had a high of 38, a low of 21, 4 degrees below normal for the day. Central Park, 43, a lot warmer there, a little more inland. So they were right at average with a high of 43 and a low of 30. So let's look at the models now, and definitely have some changes taking place. There's that ocean storm again out there, and take a look at it on the, I guess, northern Atlantic. Yeah, there it is, right there. You can see it doesn't look that impressive, really. I think the models were overdoing it a little. So anyway, high pressure starts to slowly move offshore tomorrow, allowing this cold front to move through, bringing us a chance of rain Thursday night into Friday. And then we have colder weather building in for the weekend. And after we're done with that colder weather, we're going to have a ridge in the east, which means much warmer weather next week and numerous chances for rain, unfortunately. So we're back into getting into another stupid rainy pattern again to end the month. So let's look at the HRRR model here, and we'll take a look at our next rain system here. And models have been disagreeing with it on the timing, but let's go ahead and look at the 0Z HRRR, and you'll see that the rain does move in. It's going to be more toward the evening, a few showers, and then the steadier rain moves in later on at night. Into Friday. You can see this slow-moving low. It actually develops, it looks like a little bit of a wave along it, so that's going to enhance the rainfall. And the first half of your Friday is going to be rainy, and then the cold front comes through later on. So looking at the HRRR as far as total accumulated precip goes, we could see around a half inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch of rain from this system. At least that's what the HRRR thinks. Looking at dew points and wind flow, let's go ahead and look at that here. Obviously, we have the easterly winds. They become southerly tomorrow, and that brings somewhat of an increase in moisture, but I don't see a lot of moisture here. And it's not until we get into the Friday when we see a little more of the moisture, so that's what will enhance the rain. And this here is your cold air that's going to be coming in for the weekend. Looking at temperatures, you know what? I'm not even going to bother with the HRRR temperatures. Let's just go to the GFS. All right, and look at the dew points and wind flow in here, because it's not even going to show the cold front. All right, so you see the cold air coming in for Saturday, right? But you can see the core of it going over New England again, and Sunday and then it moves on out as we get to next week, and then we have much, much warmer and somewhat humid conditions next week to end February. So looking at our temperatures here, going into Friday. Friday will probably be our warmest day before the weekend. Probably get mid-40s on Long Island, maybe low 50s in Jersey. And then the colder air comes on in. And Saturday, we're not making it out of the 30s on Long Island and maybe around 40 in New Jersey. Colder air comes on in. Lows at night will be in the 20s. And then Sunday will be just as cold, probably mid-30s and maybe low 40s in New Jersey. And then we start seeing that warm-up start to develop as we head into next week, where we'll be dealing with 50s in New Jersey, maybe even 60s. First day, it looks like southerly flow, so Long Island stays cool. And there's a big difference on Wednesday, again, where Jersey could be well into the 60s, and then we might just be in the low 50s and upper 40s. And then it is Thursday, when we have more of a westerly flow, that we may all get well into the 60s. This could be a record here, maybe even 70s. It's ridiculous. This month has been so warm, and it's just ridiculous. And there's no Arctic air in sight, unfortunately. So I think the winter may be over. Enjoy this weekend, because it's going to be the last of it, I think. So let's look at let's look a little more at the next rain system that we have coming in. So let's look at this. All right, we'll look at our radar simulation from the NAM3. All right, so this is the NAM3, and it doesn't show a whole lot of rain. It's not going to really start until later tomorrow night, at 9, 10 o'clock. We'll have some rain chances. And then it looks like a more steadier batch will come through Friday. And some of the models are slowing this down now. The NAM wants to have it linger until like the afternoon, and then it finally gets out of here because of that wave that forms along the front. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But I think expect at least the first half of your Friday, at least 2 o'clock, to feature rain. The 4-letter R word is back in the picture again. So let's look at our total rainfall on this. Yeah, I mean, NAM's a little bit lighter than the HRRR. It's not going to be a huge soaker type of rain. It's just going to be more of a nuisance than anything else. It's not until we get toward next week that we're going to start dealing with lots of rainstorms. Until we get toward, and you'll see here, if I take this all the way out until we start getting into the next week, this is when we're going to see a lot of rain. So between now and March 8th, we could see maybe 3 inches of rain with these systems that will come on through. But again, we're going to talk more about that on Sunday. It's when I usually feature the long-range discussion. But I figured I'd hint on it now because enjoy the dry weather, because it's going to start getting sucky as we get toward the middle of next week. So let's go look at the skies next. GFS on the clouds here. Obviously, plenty of clouds tomorrow coming in. And then for Friday, plenty of clouds. Saturday, we're still showing a lot of clouds for Saturday, even though we're behind this cold front. It's Sunday that we may wind up having the nicer day, I think, with clearer skies before high clouds enter the picture on Monday. And again, we could look at some soundings as well. And you see, if we look at the soundings for Saturday, you'll see here that, yeah, they're touching pretty much. You have almost an overcast here for Saturday, and it's showing high-level moisture and lower level. So behind a cold front, you're not supposed to see that, so I'm kind of confused. I guess there's a lingering trough or whatever. Sunday looks better. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, but they do have some upper-level moisture that we'll have to watch for Sunday. So, yeah, still showing some upper-level moisture. But we'll have a clearer picture on what the skies are going to be like, no pun intended, on Friday night. We talk about the weekend on Friday night. There you go. So let's go to the RGEM for the skies last, and we'll use the RGEM model here. So this is the RGEM. RGEM's actually showing more sunshine for tomorrow, so it's interesting. So maybe we'll have more sunshine, but so we'll have to see what happens. Tomorrow we'll probably have a little more sunshine, but there'll probably be more in the way of high clouds. But enjoy it, because Friday we're not going to get any sunshine at all. And then Saturday we may be dealing with some residual cloudiness, though the RGEM doesn't seem to show it. So again, we'll have to see what happens. The models aren't agreeing quite on this cold front yet and what happens behind it, so be patient. Anyway, lastly, we'll go to the Climate Prediction Center and look at our 6 to 10 day outlook, and you can see above normal rainfall and above normal, much of the country is above normal rainfall, especially in Great Lakes and California. And look at the excellent chances of above normal from the February 27th to March 2nd period. So yeah, we're going to be dealing with more warm weather again, and this month is already running above normal. If I go to look at the climate statistics, let's just go ahead and look at those climate statistics for islip again. and see how far we are running. I mean, we're not going to do our monthly summary yet, but let's go ahead and look at the preliminary monthly and see what islip is at right now. Still running 2.9 degrees above normal. The cool weather this past week has brought it down a little, but that's still a significant departure. Central Park running 4.4 degrees above normal, and again, with that warmth at the end of the month, this could be one of the warmest Februarys on record. This is like the year. It's like this is the year without a winter. 2 years in a row where we haven't had a proper winter. This is the new normal, folks, and it sucks. So, thank you for watching, and have a good night.